And so it begins, another install, and today we are installing the Zeus Armor stunt cage. I don't know which piece I'm going to do first. How about the side parts? So let's do the side parts first. See how those installed? And we are installing it on this fine Z125 Pro. Hold on to your pants. So I'm just holding this bad boy up right now, just checking it out, see what it looks like, and I found, basic mount points it'll go. I haven't looked for instructions or anything. So I noticed that it goes in the foot bracket here. Yeah, these holes aren't lined up, I know that. But anyway, so it goes in the foot bracket there. The only thing I'm concerned about, I do have a Yoshimura system. This is a rather thick chunk of metal. Hopefully the screw that holds on the exhaust bracket will be sufficient in length. It doesn't look like it has that much to give, but we'll give it a check. If they provide a screw, I hope it compensates for the length of that. So we'll see, because that is an addition from Yoshimura. They did add this screw to hold on the exhaust bracket. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that'll mount up fine. The other screw that's going to utilize is going to be this. It looks like that's an engine mount. So this engine mount up here, I don't know how they're gonna, maybe it's that all thread. I bet it's that all thread. All right, so I'll check it for instructions and stuff like that and carry on. I was just looking where it was going. So that's my first steps. All right, I'm big on instructions, especially custom stuff. There's none. This is all the paperwork I have. Basically, it's a release of liability paper. And then it's a warning about peg distance from the ground, may bend, no liability for damage to drivetrain. One says subcage, one says cage. I'm thinking this all thread will be to run through the motor mounts to put the sides on. Seems that in the cage package is what you want for the side pieces. So I'm assuming that's the cage. So what we have are 2 bolts either side for the back where the foot peg goes. So right there, which is not going to work out well for Yoshimura exhaust, I don't think. So we'll see how that works out. Number 2, I'll get back to that in a minute. Number 2, we have these little hole covers, which seem to go in here for when you do the motor mount. You're going to use this all thread, is what I'm assuming. So you just chunk this all thread in there and you'll be tightening it down on either side. Lastly, these guys will hold in this case, this is the right side, so it's labeled nicely, because I'm sure he put it in and drilled it out, which is awesome. Put it in here, line up the hole, and you'll use these self-tapping screws, I'm assuming. So I'm going to slap a bit on here and tack it on my drill, because this the hole in the metal is smaller than this, so you're going to have to drill through that and then drill into the end cap here. So that's the way it looks like it's going to go together. A couple comments about it. I really wish these were black to match the factory screws, because the factory ones were black. So now I'm going to have big silver screw heads sticking out. Aesthetically, I don't think it's very pleasing. All right, we'll get to put this together. So that looks like all the pieces. So if you divvy this out, this will be taken out. This one won't be here, this won't be here. And then I'm assuming this all thread will go in there for both of them. And then that's what you see for one side. All right, let's get this thing moving. So I ended up taking the motor mount out. I ended up using my torque wrench, which is rather big, because it took some fortitude to get out. So I went ahead and put the all thread in. The bolt and the washer are on the other side, which just kind of goes in and out right now. So as it sits, the all thread that was supplied is right here, and then I'll go ahead and mount this bad boy up once I get this in here. So basically the self-tapping screw will be going in this hole. Alright, it went in really easy. To be fair, it went in super easy. I taped it so the little end cap wouldn't spin or wouldn't move. As soon as I started it, it went. There's a possibility you might be able to do it with hand tools. I don't know. I'm not going to try it, but it did go in really easy. All right, here we go. So I got the thing screwed on. I didn't mention that the motor mount, the original specification for that is 44 foot-pounds. You can do the math on Newton meter shit. I don't fucking care about that. So 44 foot-pounds. Thank you, Jake Croft. I really appreciate it. You're the reason I know that, and I really do appreciate it. So we'll get to mounting this guy up and see how he works out. Alright, just so you know, the cage, I've already done the bolt here to support that. I did it before I put it on so I could get some leverage on it. I put the bolts applied from Zeus Armor in the bottom. I put the Yoshimura bolt in the top. Looks a little silly, wish it was black. So that's in there. One of the things that helped me is disconnect these springs that hold your, that do your brake return. So these springs right here, this one's all suckered up. Anyhow, disconnect them. It just goes back up here on this knot. And then this one, this is for your brake switch. That's your brake switch assembly. It'll connect back on the back side of this. I don't know, see, I can point to it right here. It'll connect to the back side of this spring. So that's it. I don't know how I got this joker jabbed up in there. There we go. So I need to pull this and stretch it and then reconnect it up here. That's all. But I tell you what, it'll really help you get this side piece on. Don't do the centerpiece. I had to lay down on the ground and I kind of used my knee and I pushed up against this so I could hold it up. Yeah, it was just, oh man, I got fucking jizz on me. Where the hell did that come from? Anyway, careful for the jizz. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and put that back together. It'll really help you out if you disconnect the springs and just kind of hold it up. I'd also like to bring up that these aren't tight yet, so everything here still moves. I want to be able to get it on the motor mount. Hey, maybe I'll see in there. Look at that. Right in there, buddy. Hello. Well, anyway, there he is right there. Right there. So I want to line that bad boy up, figure out where to get him in. And not quite it. Anyway, so I'll line all this stuff up, get him pulled up into position. You still want to leave all this stuff loose. Never tighten anything up until it's, that point. Again, the Yoshimura mount, I don't know how it's going to work out. But, oh, I also wanted to bring up, hey, take off your sides. Don't screw around. Take off your sides. I'm going to say it again. It's equally as important on this. Trying to return this spring up here and trying to maneuver around in here. It's just as easy to remove this pin and take it off. The push, the whatever the fuck it is. And then remove one screw, two screw. Take off your side. Please, again, be careful of the little clips that are on here. Make sure and pull up and away. And the pop sides and one Allen. So just go ahead and take that off. All right, so on the left side was far easier than the right. For some reason the brake part was kind of pain in the rump to work with, but once you take the springs off, like I said, it works out much better. So on this side, again, it was loose. It's not loose now because I tightened the motor mount. I'm fixing to tighten these two. It's a lot easier. Well, the way I did it, I put the bottom bolt in first when I'm trying to angle it and maneuver it in. Then I did the top. I did the same on the other side also. It seemed to work fine for me. The all thread that went all the way through worked like a champ. Everything lined up perfectly, which is amazing. The lock washer that goes on there, it's kind of a chore to get in there. So what I ended up doing was a pair of needle nose pliers with guiding it in with a screwdriver and just finagle it in there and got it up over the all thread or over the screw, whatever you want to call it. And then I put the other bolt on there. Again, that's 44 foot-pounds of torque. As per the way the engine was mounted before, I'm guessing this would be the same. But that's what I'm going to end up doing. I have not done it yet, but I'm going to do that now. Okay. It is installed. Everything is complete. The fitment is pretty freaking flawless. There were some frustrations last night. I gave up. I started again today after working with Zeus Armor. They did a great job. Sent me some sample pictures, as there weren't any initially, since I didn't know placement of where stuff went. Took care of it. It's all fixed up, and I tell you what, this shit fits perfect. Looks beautiful. It was brought up that I didn't bring up the good finish on it. The finish is perfect. The welds are better than the welds on the stupid bike originally. This stuff is thick. Can't wait to test it out. That's about all I'm going to show today for this. But I appreciate you watching. Subscribe and you'll get to see the tail section put on. Oh gosh, what are they? Oh shit, you'll get to see everything. Just go ahead and subscribe. Like the video, please. Keep your eyes open. I'll come out with the rest of them. And then I'll do a full all-around view and we'll go test this bitch out. Alright, thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.